If you're in your 60s, 70s, or even 80s and you've been made to believe that losing your energy, your strength, and even your intimacy is simply part of aging, I want to tell you something no one else will. That belief is not only wrong, it's dangerous. Too many good men have been misled into thinking that a slower step, a tired body, and a colder bed are just natural signs of getting older. But the real tragedy is how many of them accept it, silently, believing there's nothing they can do. What if I told you the key to feeling like yourself again? To waking up with energy, walking taller, feeling warm from within, and even reconnecting intimately, doesn't come in a bottle of pills. It comes in the form of a simple homemade mix sitting quietly in your kitchen. Ginger, lemon, honey, raisins, water. That's it. And yet this one daily drink is already changing lives in ways that I've witnessed personally, and I want you to experience that too. My name is Dr. Nora. I'm a board-certified urologist and women's and men's health specialist with over 20 years of experience helping men over 60 restore the most vital parts of their lives. I've seen hundreds of cases where energy returns, clarity sharpens, and confidence is reborn. And more often than not, it started not with surgery or medication, but with the body learning how to heal itself using the right tools. The ginger mix I'm about to share with you is one of those tools. It's not a miracle. It's not magic. It's science-backed, time-tested, and deeply rooted in both medical research and natural medicine. In this video, I'll show you how it works, why it works, and exactly how to use it to support your energy, circulation, and yes, your bedroom performance, no matter your age. And if you stick with me to the end, I'll reveal the #1 mistake older men make with this mix that completely cancels out the benefits without them realizing it. Before we begin, if you care about restoring your vitality naturally, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss another science-backed tip made just for men like you. And if this message speaks to you, type a 1 in the comments. If you're still unsure, type 0 and tell me what's missing, because your voice matters here. Now, let's start with the most overlooked piece of this entire conversation, your blood flow. Because if that's not working, nothing else really can. When I sit with my older male patients, I can almost feel the weight they carry. Some of them walk in feeling ashamed, others simply tired. But most of them aren't just talking about low energy or poor performance. What they're really telling me is that they don't feel like themselves anymore. They feel like something has slowly faded. A part of them that once stood tall, ready, vibrant, is now dull, sluggish, and unresponsive. And they chalk it up to age. But here's what I tell every single one of them. It's not age that's stealing your power. It's poor circulation. Blood flow is life. It's the highway that delivers oxygen, hormones, nutrients, and energy to every cell in your body, from your brain to your feet to your most intimate organs. And as we get older, those highways begin to narrow. The vessels become stiff. The flow slows. Your body still wants to thrive, but it's not getting what it needs. That's why you might feel colder, why your muscles ache sooner, why intimacy feels like work instead of pleasure. And yet the fix doesn't require extreme effort or expensive treatments. It begins with restoring that flow, gently, daily, with ingredients that speak your body's language. That's where ginger comes in. Ginger isn't just a spice or flavor, it's a blood flow activator. a natural anti-inflammatory, a warming agent that gently opens vessels and wakes up systems that have gone quiet. But I want you to understand, ginger by itself is not enough. It's powerful, yes, but it's the combination of how you prepare it, what you pair it with, and how consistently you take it that turns it into something transformative. I remember one of my patients, Mr. R, age 78. He came in quiet, reserved. He'd stopped trying, he said. His energy was gone, and so was his confidence. I gave him the ginger mix formula, told him to try it for 30 days. 3 weeks later, he was back in my office with tears in his eyes. "Doctor, Nora," he said, "I feel like I'm finally back, and my wife noticed first." That's when I knew this wasn't just about health. It was about dignity. The mix is simple: ginger, lemon, raw honey, raisins, water. But each of those ingredients carries a unique purpose, and when brought together correctly, they don't just help, they revive. Ginger contains a compound called gingerol, which increases nitric oxide. That's the same compound that medications use to help improve performance. But ginger does it naturally, gently, and with no side effects. Lemon provides vitamin C and bioflavonoids that support circulation and hormone production. Its zest helps your body absorb more of the ginger's active compounds. Honey doesn't just sweeten the mix. It balances blood sugar and supports sustained energy, especially for older men who experience dips in the afternoon or after meals. Raisins, surprisingly, are rich in potassium and iron, critical for blood nourishment. When simmered, they release a syrup that gives the mix depth and fuel. When my patients first hear about this recipe, many of them shrug. It seems too simple to be powerful. But once they begin, especially those who are consistent, they start reporting results that modern medicine often fails to deliver without side effects. Better sleep, less stiffness, morning energy, more warmth in their hands and feet. And yes, even spontaneous intimacy, the kind that feels natural, not forced. But here's the part you need to hear. It's not just the ingredients, it's how you prepare them. A teaspoon of raw ginger isn't the same as a slow-simmered ginger infusion. Bottled lemon juice isn't the same as fresh lemon zest and juice combined. The body recognizes quality. It responds to care. It reflects the intention you put into it. And if you're willing to take 10 minutes a day to support yourself, you'll be shocked at how much your body still wants to fight for you. I'll show you exactly how to make this mix in part 2. Step by step, ingredient by ingredient, including the one mistake that ruins everything if you're not careful. So don't miss what's coming. This next step could mean the difference between a nice flavor and a truly life-changing ritual. And remember, your strength is not gone. It's just waiting for you to claim it again. Let's now walk step by step through how to prepare the ginger mix correctly, the same way I've taught hundreds of my elderly patients. You're going to need 5 simple ingredients: 1 medium piece of fresh ginger root, 1 lemon, 1 tablespoon of raw 5 to 7 raisins, and 2 cups of clean drinking water. That's it. But don't let the simplicity fool you. It's the method that unlocks the healing power. First, take your fresh ginger root and slice it thinly. Don't peel it. Most of the antioxidants sit just under the skin. If the root is dirty, give it a quick scrub with a vegetable brush under water. Slice about 1 inch worth of ginger, roughly the size of your thumb. Place the ginger into a saucepan with 2 cups of water. Bring it to a boil, Then immediately lower the heat and let it simmer for at least 10 minutes. That simmering process allows the gingerol, the active blood flow enhancing compound, to fully release into the water. Next, while the ginger is simmering, take your lemon and roll it gently on the counter. This helps release more juice. Slice it in half. Set aside 1/2 for juicing, and then carefully grate the zest, just the yellow outer part, from the other half. You only need about 1/2 teaspoon of zest. Once the ginger has simmered for 10 minutes, turn off the heat and add the lemon zest to the hot water. Let it sit for 1 to 2 more minutes while cooling slightly. Strain the ginger and zest water into a mug. While it's still warm, not boiling, squeeze in the juice from half the lemon. Stir in 1 tablespoon of raw honey and drop in 5 to 7 raisins. You can eat the raisins at the end after they've soaked up all that goodness. What you now have in your hands is not just a drink. It's circulation medicine, natural nitric oxide booster, energy fuel, intimacy tonic. But I must warn you, if you add the honey while the water is still boiling, you destroy many of its enzymes. That's the #1 mistake most older men make when preparing this. Heat above 105 degrees Fahrenheit neutralizes the benefits, so wait until the water is warm but not hot to touch before adding your honey. Another mistake? Using processed honey instead of raw honey. Raw honey contains active enzymes, phytonutrients, and antibacterial compounds that processed honey lacks. The third mistake? Inconsistency. Drinking this once or twice won't do much, but taken every morning, preferably on an empty stomach before your first meal, this drink primes your circulation and digestion for the entire day. Over time, your vessels begin to open, your blood flows freer, and your body starts rebuilding energy from the inside out. I had a patient named Mr. S., 74 years old, who had been on 3 medications for blood pressure and intimacy issues. He wasn't looking for miracles, just wanted to feel alive again. After 3 weeks of the ginger mix daily, he called my clinic to tell me his morning walks felt lighter, his hands weren't cold anymore, and his confidence in the bedroom had quietly returned. And do you know what he said most proudly? "I didn't need any blue pills this week, doctor. Nora." That made my entire day, because when an older man reclaims his strength naturally, he reclaims his dignity. It's about more than blood flow. It's about restoring the connection between body and spirit. The ginger mix has now become a morning ritual for hundreds of my patients. Some even travel with it, preparing it in hotel rooms or asking their family members to help. Why? Because it works. Because it's simple. Because it puts the power back in your hands. And that, for many elderly men, is worth more than anything. Now, if you're still wondering, but Dr. Nora, can this really help someone who's 75, 80, or even older? Let me say this clearly. Yes, your body never stops healing. It just needs the right tools, delivered with consistency, even if your diet has been poor, even if you haven't exercised in years, even if you feel like your best years are behind you. This one small daily act can be the beginning of a new chapter, a chapter where your body wakes up, where your mind is sharper, where your intimacy is not a memory, but a real, living part of your day. Now here's a tip I give my patients. If you want to enhance the effect even more, do 5 minutes of slow walking after drinking your ginger mix. Just 5 minutes. That simple movement tells your body, we're ready for circulation. The combination of warmth from the ginger and movement from your muscles acts like a pump, sending blood everywhere it needs to go. And the more you move, the more your vessels open. The more they open, the more alive you feel. Some of my patients even add a pinch of cayenne pepper or turmeric to the mix. That's advanced, and you should only do it if your stomach can handle spices. Cayenne adds extra nitric oxide power. Turmeric adds anti-inflammatory strength, but the base formula is powerful on its own. If you start today, within 2 weeks, you may feel warmer hands, better digestion, and smoother movements. By week 3, energy stabilizes. By week 4 or 5, intimacy may return, quietly, naturally. No pressure, no pills, just your body, restored. And let me remind you, this mix is not just for the bedroom. It supports heart health, brain clarity, joint function, and hormone balance. Ginger stimulates testosterone production gently. Lemon supports liver detox. Honey nourishes your mitochondria, the energy factories in your cells. Raisins support red blood cell production. When these systems are balanced, everything in life becomes easier. You smile more, you sleep deeper, you walk with purpose. You connect more easily with the people you love. That's what I want for you. That's why I share these tools. Because I believe no man deserves to fade quietly. You deserve to thrive, to feel strong, clear, confident, no matter your age, no matter your past. So here's what I want you to do now. Try this for 7 days. Just 7 days. Prepare the mix. Drink it first thing in the morning. Take 5 minutes to walk slowly afterward, and watch. Watch what begins to return. Then come back to this video and comment, Day 7, and tell me how you feel. I read everyone. And if you're ready to make this a part of your life, subscribe to this channel now and tap the bell, because I'll be sharing more powerful health rituals made just for men like you. The kind of advice most doctors never take the time to explain. You deserve better. You deserve answers. And I'll be right here to walk you through it, one day at a time.